Hey gamers, this is Liz Davidson from Beyond Solitaire, and today I want to show you how to play Maquis. I'm very excited about this game. It is from Side Room Games, who recently published Black Sonata, and Maquis is another game that's been a successful print and play, and actually an app before now, but now it's actually coming to us in print, and I'm very excited. This is a solo worker placement game, and it is about the French resistance during World War II. So we're going to be trying to complete missions while not getting caught by the Nazis. So here we are just about set up for our game of Maquis. As you can see, we're going to be placing our workers around this map, and trust me, it is a lot harder than it looks. So during each turn, we're going to be placing our own guys from the safe house onto different parts of the board. However, as we place our workers, the soldiers or the milice, the complicit police officers, will also be patrolling. And if they block off our way home, we have the option to either shoot them, in which case they'll be replaced with a soldier in the future, which cannot be shot, or going to jail and never making it home. So we're going to be trying to sneak out and safely get back to the safe house. These guys are going to be trying to block us. We're also going to have two specific missions that we need to complete, and we only have 15 days in which to do it. So not only do we have to plan very carefully not to get caught, but we also have a very limited time in which to achieve the aims that we have. So the missions are like these little locations that we're going to place right off the board, right on top. So let's look at mission number 1 that we're going to draw. All right, we got Aid the Spy. A British spy parachuted in a few days ago and needs our help. Provide him with equipment and supplies to help him carry out his mission. Deliver 2 weapons to the spy on one day, followed by 1 money and 2 food on a second day. So we need to be getting money to come up here and get weapons, and then we need to deliver them to the spy. Our second mission is going to be, oh, that's a patrol card. Our second mission is going to be Sabotage. So the occupation runs a munitions factory on the outskirts of town. Infiltrate and sabotage the operation by any means possible. A worker must infiltrate the factory twice, so we'll have to send someone here for their daily action 2 times. And then on the 3rd day, they have to return with explosives. We can go ahead and return the rest of the mission cards to the box, but we're going to be leaving these patrol cards out because there is danger there. We've also got a morale card out. So what this morale card is doing is we're on the start marker right now, but basically you are going to use the morale counter to determine how many patrol officers come out in each round. So this red number here is basically the minimum number of patrols that can come out for the day. So a high morale means only 2 patrols come out. However, you don't just go by this red number. If I have more resistance workers going out than patrols as determined by this red number, then the higher number is going to win. So if I have 4 workers and I'm putting 4 workers out, there will be 4 patrols, not 3. So one of the most brutal things about this game is that we don't have any starting resources. We have to make something from nothing. And in order to do that, we're going to have to maximize the actions that are on this board. So for example, if I want to get food, I have to come to the grocer to get food. If I want to get a weapon, I need to get money, and I need to convert that money into a weapon up here at the fence. And I'm going to need to do it twice just to get the weapons to aid the spy. The other thing is that weapons are something that I'm going to need because if I'm on the way home and I'm being blocked by a patrol officer, the only way for me to get through him and make it home alive is to shoot him. But that involves giving up a weapon. So things are in very short supply and they're hard to get, but also you need way more of them than you're going to have. The other very interesting development in this game is, so these little rooms that are off the board, these are spare rooms. And so these spare room spots on the board don't do anything now, but in exchange for money, I can choose to build a spare room somewhere on the board. You might notice that my sabotage up here requires explosives. There are no explosives that I can just get on the board as it's currently set up. I'm going to have to build a chemist lab, and then I'm going to have to give him a first aid kit that gets turned into an explosive. So I actually have to plan out some advanced actions in order to set myself up to complete these missions. Needless to say, I lose this game a lot. This will be a short demo. So let's go ahead and walk through our first turn. I am going to need to place some guys out, and we're going to alternate with the patrols. So what do I need? Oh, by the way, this cafe here, there's a reason there are 2 other meeples here. It's because you can trade food in order to recruit more people to your cause. That seems like a really cool idea. But don't forget, the more people you have, the more patrols go out. So you have to choose when is the right time to do that. So I get to place first. And even though it doesn't have an action, I'm going to put a worker here at Pont l'Evêque because every time I don't do that, I try to go to like Radio A or something to call for supplies, which I do want to do this turn. And then my guy never makes it home because somebody patrols here and then I can't make it back around. So I'm putting someone at Pont l'Evêque. So one of my guys is out. Let's go ahead and pull our first patrol card of the round. And shocker, the patrol's initial location was to go to Pont l'Evêque. However, because I've got a guy there, he's not going to go there. He's going to come to the black market instead. So we're going to put a blue meeple here at the black market, and that location is blocked to us for this turn. Now we're going to put our second person out. I want to go ahead and make sure that we get some food because that's a useful thing. I also do want to send someone to Radio A. So let's think about this. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and send somebody here to the grocer, especially since I know they're gonna make it home. It's a safe choice. And we'll pick up a food from the grocery store. Now let's pick up our second patrol card. Okay, so this patrol is gonna go to Radio B. And then I get to put up my third guy. We're gonna go for it. Let's go to Radio A. Radio A is where you can call for supplies to be airdropped onto one of these fields. So it's like a 2-part action to get some supplies. But I want money, so I'm gonna call for money to get dropped onto this field. So if the action resolves, I will be able to pick up some money next turn, preferably this one, because it's right by the safe house and therefore safe. I like that. And then let's pull this card. Hopefully this person can go to the doctor, because if there is a patrol at the doctor, we are not making it home. Whew, okay, so the patrol first wanted to go to the grocer, but we're there. So they're gonna go to Pont du Nord. And that is the entire placement round. So the first stage is over. Now we're gonna go into the action phase. By the way, before we move on, I just wanna let you know, if there's ever a situation where all of the locations for a patrol officer are blocked and you can't put them anywhere, because remember, you don't typically put two meeples in the same spot. If that happens and there's nowhere for these guys to go, they will attempt to make an arrest. So fill up the map too much and it's not protection, it's danger. So now we get to perform our actions and we can do them in any order we like. So we're just gonna bring this guy from Pont l'Evêque home. He was keeping an eye out for us. The grocer is going to get a food token. Yay, and then he's going to get to come home safe, he lived. And then the guy at Radio A got on the radio and asked for an airdrop. So we're gonna ask for an airdrop of 1 money to this field. So just FYI, you can ask in an airdrop, you can get 1 weapon, 1 money, or 3 food placed on one of the field locations. So we're gonna be trying to get combinations of these things that are going to be useful. I'm trying to save up for a spare room, but I also, need a weapon. So maybe next time I'll try to get to Radio A and ask for a weapon and hopefully not get arrested on the way back. So now our dude can come back home from Radio A. These guys will clear off of the board. And then our day track will go up 1. So if when it hits this orange space next time, that means that our morale is going to go down 1. You lose the game if your morale hits 0, if all of your workers are in jail, or if it's the 15th day and you've not completed both of your missions. So it's a lot easier to lose than it is to win. So I think what we're gonna do this time is we're gonna go ahead and place out some dudes. Let's go to Pont l'Evêque again, because I'm trying to block off this space. I want to see if we can get to Radio A. No, the first patrol went to Radio A. Well, that sucked. Good thing I didn't send someone there, though, because then he would have gotten blocked off. So Radio A is a no-go for us. I do want to go ahead and send someone to this field. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll draw another guy. He's also going to go Radio A, but there's someone there. So he's going to go to Rue Baradat instead, which suits me just fine, because if I feel risky, I can try to make it up to Radio B. You know what? No guts, no glory. I want to call for a weapon to be delivered here. You can't have something delivered to a field that already has stuff in it, nor can you collect something from a field that had a delivery that turn, so you have to kind of pace yourself. Come on, not this black market. Not the black market. Yes. Okay, so this patrol wants to go to Pont l'Evêque, but he can't because we have someone there. He's going to go to Port du Nord. So that's up here, Pont du Nord. And then he is going to block this off. So if we'd sent somebody to the factory this time, we would be having a pretty serious problem because they would not make it home and we would lose a worker. So that worked out fine. Let's see what we can do with our actions. So first, let's have this guy come back from Pont-l'Evêque. We're going to have our buddy from the field come home, and he has picked up this money. So we've made a little money. And our friend over here at Radio B is going to call for a weapon, and we're going to have it put... So actually, I checked the rules, and all it says is you can only place resources in a field that does not already have resources in it. We removed the resources from that field, and we brought this guy home. So let's put a weapon here. We're calling for a weapon. Airdrop. So now we're going to be able to hopefully get a gun up to aid the spy. And we're going to make it all the way home from Radio B. These guys are going to leave the board. Then we're going to hit day 3, and our morale is going to go down a little bit. So we can always increase morale, by the way, by coming to the poor district and giving a food and a first aid. But, you have to take some actions to make sure that you're maintaining that morale. The other thing that you can unfortunately do is you can get money and lose morale when you trade food or first aid on the black market. So you may choose to do it because you really need something, but it's going to come at a cost. All right, I'm going to need another worker soon. The problem is I really like to block off Pont-l'Evêque to make sure my guy can get home. Okay, you know what? We're going to play it safe. We're going to block here. And then... Okay, so we have a bad guy at the grocer. We are going to put somebody at Radio A because we want to ask for another weapon. It's the plan. Okay, so now we're going to have a bad guy go to Radio B. And where do we put our third guy? Let's go to the field and get our gun. Charming. Okay, so now this guy's going to go to the fence. So as you can see, if I'd wanted to go get a gun here, I would have had a much harder time getting back because I could have gotten blocked off. Okay, so everybody made it again. This is lucky. This game is really difficult. You have to be very creative in how you block is the main trick. So I lost this game really early the first few times, and now I can typically last a little bit longer, but I still have mistakes. Okay, so we are going to get to take our actions because nobody's blocking our way home. Let's see. So we're just going to come back from Pont-l'Evêque. We're going to come back from the field with weapon number 1. And we are going to call for weapon number 2 to be dropped on that same field. So I think that that is a good plan. Now we're going to clear off the cops. And we're going to go to turn 4. So, we're almost a third of the way through the game, and it feels like nothing's gotten done, which is part of the tension of this particular game. I really, really like Maquis a lot. It's a good puzzle. Okay, so it is our turn again. What should we do? Well, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to definitely send someone to the field, and then we're going to see what the patrol does to determine the rest of our choices. Okay, so we got one that's going to go to the fence. And then let's shuffle, and we'll go back with a fresh deck of patrol cards. I think what I might like to do, actually, is I kind of want to come to the cafe and get a 4th worker. So I'm going to send one person here. Okay, so this patrol wanted to go to the fence, but he can't, so he'll go to Rue Barada. So that's where he'll be. They're all hanging out up here, which is good, except that I got to figure out how I'm going to aid the spy, because it is going to be really difficult. Like, right now I'm doing the easy supply gathering stuff, but once I have to take a risk and come up here, it's going to get messy. Really messy. All right, so let's take our third guy, and let's put him... Let's go ahead and come up to the grocer, and let's get some food. And then let's see what happens here. Okay, so this patrol wants to go to Radio A, and if he hadn't, he would have gone to Pont-l'Evêque. So I could have gone to Radio A to ask for money, but that would have been a mistake because I would have been arrested. Yikes. So he will go here to Radio A. Radio A. Okay, so all of our dudes are out, and we can do our actions. So we're going to recruit someone here at René Artois' Cafe. So we're going to come here. We're going to pay this food. Bribing with food, it works every time. I know, I'm a teacher. So we have another worker. Yay! We're going to come back from the field with our gun. Yay! And then we're going to come back from the grocer with some food. Extra yay. So that was actually a really good turn. We need another food, but we're basically getting in a position to handle this. We need more money though, because we're going to have to build up to this sabotage, and that's not going to be any joke either. Yikes. Okay, so let's continue our planning. We're going to clear these dudes off the board. We're going to advance to day 5. We're going to drop into the morale soon, but that's okay. We're going to have to put 4 patrol guys out anyway, because now we have 4 workers in the safe house. So it's going to increase the number of patrols as well. It's like they can sense us making trouble. So now that we've got a new worker, we're going to have 4 patrols this time. The other thing is, I think that we really need to make the time to make the sabotage stuff start happening. So the question is, do we want to try to put somebody in the factory because we have to do it twice before we can do an explosive? Or do we want to go ahead and aid the spy and maybe ask for some money and kind of block off a bunch of stuff over here? Let's see what fate determines for us. So let's go to Pont l'Evêque to block off the way home. Ah, good. The patrol's going to go to Pont l'Evêque and block off the way home. So now he's going to go to the black market instead. Let's send someone. We're going to eventually need medicine anyway. So why don't we actually send someone to the doctor while we have that option? The patrol's going to go to Radio B. Whew, okay, so we're up here making all of our little troubles, but they haven't figured us out yet. Okay, let's go ahead and put someone up here at the fence. We're going to block that off. Okay, so they're going to go to the grocer. Whew, okay, good. So pretty much no matter what, everybody's going to be able to get home one way or another. And we're going to take this last guy in the safe house and we're going to put him up here at aid the spy. So we're going to give up our 2 weapons, which means that we won't have any if we have to shoot someone on the way home, but we've completed part of a mission, and we've basically, if you can see, I've built like a little line of guys up here to protect the path. So it's not all about just trying to get stuff done. It's also about trying to make sure that people don't stop you from doing something crucial. And we'll draw another patrol. Pont l'Evêque, blocked. Pont du Nord is not. So if we'd had somebody appear at the factory, we would have had to build our network differently to make it safe for them to come back. So they were looking for us on the wrong side of town. They thought we might be trying to sabotage the factory, but little did they know we were assisting a spy. All right, so let's have our dude come back from Pont l'Evêque. We're going to come back from the doctor. So we are going to go ahead and pick up a first aid. Actions are optional, so I can choose to pay money for a gun right now. I don't think I am. I think I'm going to be risky and risk getting arrested, and I'm going to keep my money. So the fence is going to come back without doing anything. And then we're going to aid the spy by giving the spy these 2 tokens. And then we're going to come back to the safe house. So everybody made it back safely. These guys will clear off. And now we're on day 6, so people's morale is dropping again. So we're also going to have to think about how long we can go before the morale drops all the way as well. The other thing that can make morale drop is soldiers coming out onto the board. So if we end up shooting police, we have to be careful about how many soldiers we allow into the mix, because it can also really depress the people in our town. So we are running out of time and we have a lot to do, and we're going to have to hope for the best. So we are going to go ahead and put someone here at Pont du Nord to try to block off a sabotage. I could get really screwed here, however. So we're going to let someone out. They're going to go to Radio B. Okay, risky, risky. All right, so let's go ahead and put someone up here at the factory. We're going to infiltrate the factory this turn. Patrol will go to the fence. Okay, yikes, this is a little scary. Let's go ahead and send someone up here to the black market. Is that what we want to do? We could get everyone arrested doing this. Let's go to the grocer and hope for the best. So this person's going to go to not Radio A. Yes, it'll go to Radio A. There's no one there. Okay, perfect. I would have liked to go to the radio station, but I'll take this. This is fine. And then what is the last thing that we could do? You know what? I'm going to come up here to the black market and not actually do anything in order to preserve the way home for everybody. That's what I'm going to do. So it feels like a wasted action, but this person was going to go to the grocer. Now he's going to go to the poor district. So basically there are a couple ways that they could have blocked us off, and I'm really glad that we kept this pathway, because if we hadn't, you know, this way is not viable home now for these guys. So we had to preserve this path. All right, so we will come back from the grocer. We will get a food. That's nice. We need some cash though. We've got to build up our chemistry lab. We're gonna come back from the black market, but we're not gonna do any exchanges because I don't wanna lose any morale right now. We're gonna come down from the Pont Nord and nothing will happen. And then we came back from the Sabotage. So we did get one of those actions done. Now these guys are gonna clear off, and it's day 7. Ooh, we have so much to do. All right, we have 4 workers. It's fine. Let's play a riskier turn and see what happens. Okay, so just so you know, by the way, if somebody gets arrested on the way back, if there's not one of these shields on the action, means that you get the benefit for that action anyway. If there is no shield, you don't get it. So if I came up here and got intelligence or something, then I would actually not make it back home with that intelligence if I got caught on the way. However, if I manage to infiltrate here and get caught on the way back, I do still get credit for the action because the shield and star. Ooh, okay. So let's put out some guys. All right, I want to go to Radio A. We need some money. We need money because we need a spare room. And we need money because we need to help the spy out. Let's hope we can get back. All right, so we've done that. Our patrol's going to go to the grocer. You do that. Go to the grocery store. It'll go great. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and let's send somebody up here and hope that he doesn't get blocked off on the way home. I'm willing to risk a worker for this to try to get more done this turn. Okay, Radio B. We're okay so far. Let's go ahead and put someone at Pont Nord to be safe, so at least there's 2 attempted ways home. Okay, so he's going to go to the fence. Good thing I didn't send someone here. That would have been risky. And then, where's my 4th worker going to go? Can't go to the grocer. That would have been nice. Let's go to the doctor in case we need more medicine and need to bump morale. Okay, awesome. That was really lucky. I probably should have gone to Pont l'Evêque, but I was feeling risky. Ooh, that was dumb. Okay, so we have somebody who would go to Radio A but can't, so he'll come here. So as you can see, we're just kind of missing each other ever so dramatically. But we made it. Okay, so we can come back from Radio A to the safe house, and I've asked for a money drop over here. Excellent. We are going to come back from the doctor, and I have another first aid, which is good. We are going to come back from Pont Nord and nothing happened. There's no action there. It was just a blocking thing. We have done some of our sabotage action. So now we just need to go back there one more time with an explosive. That means we have to build an explosive, which means we need to come over here and do a spare room. So that's over. These guys will go off the map, and we're going to day 8. Okay. Okay, so action number 1 is we're definitely going to the field. And then we will put someone, crap, at Pont l'Evêque. All right, so let's respond by sending somebody to the grocer. That seems like a smart idea. Because they were going to go to the grocer, but now they're going to go to Pont Nord. Whew. All right, and so now we are going to send someone to... We can resolve actions in any order, so let's get tricky with that. Let's go ahead and go to the spare room right here. And then these guys will go to Radio B. Where do we want to send our 4th guy? Let's go ahead and hit up the cafe. Well, yeah, I don't really want to go to the black market and trade anything. I would like to boost our morale a little bit, just in case. You know what, let's go ahead and go to the poor district, and we're going to be nice. Hopefully we'll make it back alive. Shoot, we will not. All right, somebody's going to get arrested, but that's fair enough. You should have seen that anyway. So we're going to come to the black market with this guy, and that means that our little friend here in the poor district is in trouble. We got a little too risky, and someone's going to jail. Oy. All right, so let's resolve all of our actions in order. We're going to come back from the field with money. Now that we have the money, we're going to come back from the spare room, And we're going to pay the 2 money that we have to place a chemist lab where we're going to come with some other first aid. We won't get to pay our first aid now. And we are going to, actually we still get our action. And we are going to get this guy to make an explosive for us. We're going to come back from the grocer. So that means that we're going to get some food. And then we're going to resolve this guy up here. So he has a shield and star, which means his action is still going to carry. So we can go ahead and take the action. We are going to give 1 first aid and 1 food in the poor district to raise morale. But then we are getting martyred on the way out because there is no way home. I can't go through Pont l'Evêque because there's this guy there. I can't go through the black market because there's a guy there. And there's no other ways across the river. We are good and trapped. So this guy is going to go to prison. He is removed from the game forever. He is as good as dead. Tragic. All right, so they got one of our guys. What a shame. The good news, however, is that when we move the morale up, we move the patrol numbers back down to 3, so it's just going to stay 3 and 3. We have the opportunity to recruit 1 more person from the cafe, and we'll have to decide if we want to. So the soldiers go back. We are on day 9. Oh, crap. The morale went down again. I forgot about that part. Oh, no. Okay. So let's see what we want to do with this turn. All right, there are 3 things we need real bad. We need to get our chemist lab set up. So let's go to the grocer to keep that safe. And these guys will come to Radio A, which is a shame because I need a little more money as well, and I'd love to radio for it, but probably not this turn. Not today. Okay, so we're going to send somebody to the chemist lab. That I definitely want to do. All right, so we got somebody going to the fence to see if we're up there, but we are not. And then let's go ahead and place our 3rd guy. How risky do we want to play this? All right, let's go with not risky at all. We're going to send somebody to the cafe and try to recruit another person. And then there's 2 more patrols going to come out. So this one's going to go to Radio B. And then 1 more is going to go out. He can't get us this time. So the fence is taken already, so he's going to go to Pont Nord. So they're really blocking off these mission spaces, but we're not there this time. Woo! Okay, so we can take our actions, however. So let's go ahead and come back from the grocer with some food. Let's come back from the cafe with a new friend, and we're going to pay that food back. And then we are going to come back from the chemist lab where we've given him this medicine that's meant to heal people. We're so good. And we got an explosive. Oh, how charming. We're going to blow stuff up. I like it. Okay, so we need to get the explosives up here. The other thing that we really need to do is get a money and 2 food up to the spy. So that means that we need to get some money somehow, probably by calling for it. And then we need to get the explosives up here. I think we're going to make it. Looks promising. All right, so let's go ahead and clear these guys off. And then we are going to go to day 10. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and put our guys out. The question is, what do we want to prioritize? We can finish 1 mission. I'd really like to get some money, but I don't know if we can successfully do that. Why don't we just build up towards here, and then if we need to get to Radio, if we can get to Radio A by the end, we'll just take the risk when we see that as a good risk. I think that's the best plan. Let's put somebody at Pont Nord first. That way we have 2 potential paths to build out on the way back before sending somebody up to Sabotage. So, crap. Well, somebody went to Pont l'Evêque. So what that means is that we need to take the black market in order to hopefully ensure a way back. The other problem though is if they take the grocer, both of those people are messed up. So let's go ahead. Ooh, shoot. Okay, so we're gonna go to the grocer, because at least it's something, and pray. Oh, thank God. Okay, so if we had put someone in the black market, the grocer would have gotten blocked off and we would have lost 2 workers, which would have been horrible, absolutely horrible. As it is, we've got somebody going to the poor district. Ooh, God. All right, so let's put our other guy in the black market to block it off. Radio A is gonna get blocked off, and then we're gonna send our last worker up the chain here with the explosives. We're gonna blow up that factory this turn. Take that, bad guys. All right, so grocer, blocked. Pont du Nord, blocked. Fence, not blocked. So if we'd had somebody at the fence as well, he would have come back around to the grocer and made an arrest, and that would have totally sucked. So you also have to be, aware that even if you've blocked them all off everywhere, something bad can still happen. As it is this time, though, whew, we made it. Okay, let's just go home in backwards order. This guy's running home. Goodbye. Blew up the factory. I'm so happy. Ha! The factory is destroyed. Mission 1 is complete. Nothing happened at Pont du Nord. Nothing is going to happen at the black market. We'll come back from the grocer with a little bit of food. We have more food than we really need, but that's not a bad thing. We're going to clear these dudes off. Okay, and then we're going to go day 11. All right. We're almost there, guys. I think we can do this. All right, guys, we are getting close to the end here. We have to get somebody up here with the money and 2 food. What I need right now is a money. All right, so here's what we're going to do this time. We don't really have a lot of stuff going on because we can't really do anything until we get this money. So the main thing we're going to do is we're going to block off Pont-l'Evêque. All right, somebody's going to radio B. Wrong radio, suckers. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the... Oh, man. We're going to have to take a risk either way. All right, let's go ahead and do radio A and hope they're not going to the doctor. Ooh, okay, good. So we got somebody going to the fence. We're going to block off the doctor to make sure that we can get home. Radio A, nope. Pont-l'Evêque, nope. Black market, yep. And then we get to put a 4th guy out. So we're going to put our guy. Let's just go ahead. Is there anything exciting to hit up right now? Not really. Let's just put him at the grocer and get some more food because that's an option. And then we are going to put out our 4th patrol. So he wants to go to Pont-l'Evêque. He cannot. Oh, no. He wants to go to the black market. He cannot. No, he wants to go to the doctor. He can't. So now he's going to try to make an arrest. This could totally screw up everything. Oh, no. All right, so this is the worst. Although I'm kind of glad you get to see it because you get to see the worst. Crap. All right, so this guy's going to come and arrest my guy. And the thing that's the worst about that is now these guys have no way home. We are screwed. No. So this guy's going to try to get home and he can't, so he's going to get arrested. This guy's going to try to get home and he can't. He's going to get arrested. Neither of the actions are going to go through because they don't have the shield and star. And we just get back from the grocer with some useless food that we don't need. And shoot. Oh, that's so awful. I have 1 worker left and 4 patrols coming out every turn now. No. Well, that was the worst. Let's get these guys off the board. No. And then this one made it back to safe house. We're going to lose some morale. Man, I already lost some morale. That absolutely sucked. All right. So now we have to decide what we're going to do with my guy. I think that since we're so close to the end anyway, we're just going to say screw it. We're going to come up to the black market and we're going to trade for the money that way. And then we're going to try to just die aiding the spy because we'll get away with it. So let's hope that nobody messes us up here at the black market. Oh, this could be really ugly. Okay, patrol number 1 out of 4 is going to the fence. Patrol number 2 is going to Pont-l'Evêque, so let's really hope nobody goes to the grocer. Patrol number 3 went to the grocer. I had nobody to block with. So sadly, even though we were so close, we were going to trade for some money and have a suicide mission up here, we didn't make it. We got blocked off on the way home. We got popped. The French resistance is no more. So I hope that you enjoyed this, however. This was Maquis. It's such a fun, small box little solo worker placement game. I'm really enjoying it. It is fun to think through what your options are. It's fun to try to block even if you fail. And I just really feel like this game rewards experience, but also has enough different missions to make it feel a little bit different each game you play. I think this is a great next entry into the Side Room Games publishing house. I'm really excited about it, and I personally intend to back it on Kickstarter. So I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. If you did, please like and subscribe, and happy gaming.